Musicality.
Shitimanita! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adults of all ages.
Fucking echo, hell no.
1216 brings you the greatest podcast in the world. Starring your boy 12 I and starring your boy 16. Oh. We are the 1216 podcast.
Man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a few shows today. Get into it, of course. Do our normal routine. Have to see.
I know your ass like the Giants won.
My Giants win, man. So
first playoff one since what I believe
2012. 2012 was first time. Last time we made it there.
Okay.
Last win.
Was
yeah.
The Super Bowl run, I believe that's what they said. When
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beat them in 2008 and in 2011. Come on now, get with it.
Nah. Hey, you see, he a Giants fan, man. You know, hey.
And the Patriots were 16-0. I'm talking regular season and playoffs. They were undefeated up until that point, and got that ass clapped.
Oh, look at Eli.
He can't spell elite without Eli.
Yeah, but as you can tell, this is a great segue into our first topic, which is Blue Lock.
A sports anime.
Football and football. But yeah, it was a pretty good episode for me. Like when I was watching it, I kind of knew that it was gonna have to be like a 2-part episode just by when they actually started the soccer match and everything. But everything that went on in the episode was actually pretty good. It kind of surpassed my expectations just because I knew they wouldn't finish it. But to see like Nagi, basically the whole thing about the episode was finding out how to create, I believe,
one-on-one situations,
your own chemical reaction in a one-on-one situation, so you can do stuff on your own. And we saw Nagi pull that shit off with those crazy passes. How he basically shoot it to an open area, and my first touch is like so elite that I'll be able to, make a play off that shit. So
because he has massive control, so his ego is control.
Man,
so ultimate control plus what does it say? Ultimate control plus skills equals win.
Or something like that. Yeah, I forgot.
It was his formula.
Like
it was his formula. Yeah,
man.
Boy,
hey, he's cold, bro. Listen. I will definitely be getting some Blue Lock statues if they have them, because
I got some on the way.
Man, hey, listen, because these motherfuckers are cold, bro. Like I would definitely get a Nagi one, a Bachira, Isagi, of course, because he's the main character, so he's gonna improve. You know what I mean? He's the one who you gonna see most character development out of. And then
Cherry, man.
Cherokee.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I was gonna call him. That was but Chiggery, fuck with his ass with the red hair. So those would definitely be the 4 statues that I get. I fuck with all of their ass. They are cold as hell. So basically, King Braun, his shit. So he improved like where he can
the range.
Score. Yeah, So that was kind of blowing me in the episode. Like they kept saying his shit was 27 feet, but I'm like, y'all have improved. Y'all don't think he's
improved the same exact way?
Exactly. So I think they said he pushed it up to like 29,
30.
Yeah, 30.
But the thing is that makes sense.
Too.
Yeah, but it makes sense to think about that, because since he thinks he's already polished off all the way, he don't see room for improvement. So I could see why they thought that way, but at the same time, it's like, oh well, hey, my guys, y'all got to do something about this nigga.
I was gonna say the whole point of the school is your ability. So yeah, you can't assume that he hasn't improved as well.
And that was
a mistake on they part, but
he definitely gonna be up on their team. I'm seeing it already. He's gonna be on that final team with Isagi, Nagi, and they have a whole little day 11 versus the 1, 2, 3, 11. I can't wait to see that. I'm already knowing that's gonna happen, and that's how they're gonna get Bachira back.
Okay. Hey, that'll be something to see. I
Man,
know they're gonna win. I just don't know how they gonna pull it off. He's gonna have to, like he said, it's gonna come down to those two. So he's gonna have to
exactly.
find what his move or whatever like is to be able to create and score in the zone. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it, man. It has been great. Like for me, basically every episode has been really good, even when we kind of had to start like watching it week to week, it's been really, really entertaining week to week because we were able to kind of binge through the first part of it. The first, I think it was 11 episodes.
Nigga, in one day.
I watched that all in one night. I was not stopping. After they left, because they was over here at the crib and we started watching it. After they left, I stayed up till I believe like 3:00 watching it. Like that. Hey, it's like that, y'all. Y'all got to check it out.
It's one of those.
It is. So for me, really good episode. But like I said, it was kind of split in half because they kind of do talking and whatnot. Isagi and Nagi talking about like what they have to do, how they kind of got to figure out how they're gonna pull off their moves and all that kind of stuff. And then you see it start to play effect at the kind of back half of the episode, and I'm gonna guess conclude in the first half of the next episode. It's not gonna be the whole episode. It's gonna conclude in the first half. So you're gonna have to pull something out his ass, man.
Especially since they finna get a new member on their team. Fucking King B is finna come over there. King B is coming over there. Queen B is always be Beyonce, but King Burrow, I'm calling him King B now. He going over here. He finna join Nagi and Isagi, the master controller, and then the guy who just can smell a fucking goal and just has a direct shot. That's nice.
Yeah.
He set
the whole field in that boy. Yeah. He's gonna be like the number one dude. How he can like see and control, but he just has to kind of figure it out first.
He gotta hone it. If the number one dude, I think his might be a little bit tweaked out, like on some all for one for all type shit. I'm the opposite of you, but same at the same time.
I can see
that a little bit. That'd be dope as hell.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to obviously their two teams, and it's gonna be him against him. They're gonna be the ones who, what they can do is gonna, how do I say it? Their impact will be felt the most. I guess you could say they're gonna be the leaders of the team, if that makes sense.
Hell yeah. Especially since we see a little bit of growth from King Burrow already, because he passed the ball. Even though he wanted it back, of course,
but he did pass it.
Yeah, he still, that first time I got trapped, not gonna happen again. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it real quick so I can beat this team.
Man. Listen, that's the only thing that kind of makes me think they might pick Buddy ass, the one who's good at like getting behind people and whatnot, just because I feel like.
Oh yeah, no, that's not happening.
Listen, I get you saying that, and I get it because he's weak, and it's all about picking the strong people and moving forward. But like, his reluctance to work with people, we'll see.
I think it's gonna work out only because the guy who can get behind people, not Nagishi or not Nagami or some shit like that, whatever his name is, it has an N, a A, a G, and a Y somewhere inside there, and what kind of forms and some other letters. But I see him going home only because he said, "I'm just like you, and I want to take you down." Cool, which means now you want to take me down. Get off. You gotta get out of here now.
I gotta get your
I need somebody who I could set up as a striker. And King Burrow, man, if I hit him this ball within 29 meters away, he put it inside there or yards, one or the other.
Whatever it is, yeah. But yeah, pretty good episode, man. Pretty good episode. Make sure if y'all not, like we say, if y'all not watching it, make sure y'all go ahead and start watching it. Check it out. It's good.
Definitely an 8 out of 10 for this episode. It was nice as fuck to see Nagi and Sagi. They don't have a chemical reaction with one another, but seeing how they could just hone their egos and win one-on-one situations now with Nagi is dope as hell to see. I want to see what Chigiri is doing right now. I really want to check up on him right now. Like, what is he doing? And the other people part of the other team. Because Chigiri, I want to see if he comes back to this team. If him and Isagi gonna come back, because that's gonna be dope as hell. Yeah, you can't take my man's away from me. Like, come on now, bro.
It's gonna be all the guys together at some point. Yeah,
yeah.
the
main
guys,
core. Yeah,
on the team. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Which is why the dude going home, bro. I don't see him staying there. We replace you, King Baru, bro. He needs you over here.
I feel it.
End your shit now. But overall, for me, it was definitely 8 out of 10 episode show.
Yeah. I'm giving it. I'll get it 8.5. Yeah, about the same. Because the first part, it was kind of just talking and really just setting it up. It wasn't really a lot of anything going on. But it kind of, what they were talking about comes into play at the end of the episode. So 8.5. Decent episode.
16.5 out of 20. The 12-16 way. Man,
for sure. Next with My Hero. Great episode. This episode was split into two kind of things as well. So the first half you dealing with All For One. Yeah, All For One basically using Shigaraki's body to control the Nobus to break into Tartarus, to release the main body, his body that was locked up that we see All Might talk. That's what I meant. All Might talking to in the previous, I think it was like around season 2, season 3, whatever it was after he had beat him and they had locked him up. That's when we had seen him in the prison. So he basically breaks himself out, and then the crazy thing about that. Go ahead.
Question for that, because the breakout happened, but was Kurogiri the EMP that went off? Was his body the EMP? Because you remember you saying that purple black light, which is like the warp ability, going through the building.
I just thought somehow that he was basically using the quirk that we had seen Shigaraki use before, where he had mixed it, where it was the purple and the yellow lightning shit when he was in the field or whatever that shit, when they was battling. That's what it was.
So, because we didn't see Kurogiri at all, and I know he's alive still. But I hope he is.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Last we checked, he was still alive. I believe at least he was,
because it was
President Mike
and Izawa.
They talked to him. Yeah,
because that was a childhood friend.
Exactly, and they basically transformed him and shit after he died. Because basically they had talked about how they was trying to get Izawa and his quirk instead of his to begin. And imagine if they did, bro. Oh, jeez. I mean, the warp quirk is devastating on its own, getting in and out. But like for the villains to just have that shit from the jump, from the get go, without the quirk killing drug, that would have been crazy. And and kind of speaking of that, it kind of loops back to the episode with the villains and shit that ended up getting released, bro. Like
the strong dude.
The first one I was gonna say Muscular. When I was doing the reaction to it, so seeing his ass, bro, that's Muscular ass. And then the nigga with the teeth, okay, so they caught the motherfuckers from the forest, they locked them niggas up, and then they showed Jisaki as well.
Yep, he came back out, but no arms, because he was banging on the door trying to get out.
Because he lost his shit, and then fucking
the dude.
Bro, listen, I think that nigga who was off kind of in the cut when everybody was running out, I think that was Stain, bro.
No, Stain did.
No, bro. I think that's Stain, bro, because he wasn't
the guy. Yeah, I didn't talk about the guy who was just sitting back looking at everybody. But I'm sure Stain is dead.
Bro, he's not dead. From what I remember, in that episode, he didn't die.
He lost conscience.
He passed out. He's not. I'm pretty, bro. I'm almost like when I was doing episode reaction. Is that Stain? Like, bro, I'm pretty sure that's fucking Stain, bro.
Because I know Stain had that long ass chin.
For me, it was what I said when I thought it was him. The fight we saw was cold. It was really great. One of my favorite fights from the show so far is what I said. Still stand by that. But we didn't see as much of him as I thought we would see, just because his influence is so strong in the villain community, which goes back to the part where
Splitter,
Spinner is talking to All For One about it. You're not the one I followed. I kind of started with Stain's ideology and followed Shigaraki and his goals and his dreams and what he wants to achieve and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure that's him, and he's gonna play a part in it.
A part with the heroes or a part with the villains?
Which I don't know what part he's gonna play, but I know he's gonna come back. That's it. That's right. What I mean.
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. I just didn't. Because
he has opposing viewpoints with Shigaraki.
Mm-hmm. That's why he didn't want to join him.
So hey, he might have opposing viewpoints with how All For One is trying to go about his goals because he's destroying society.
Yeah.
Stain was really just trying to stop heroes, not people. You know,
he was trying to stop
damage and all that.
He wasn't
heroes. You know what I mean? He wasn't killing people. He was killing false heroes based on his ideology. So I'm pretty sure he's like, and for me, like you all know, I say this pretty much all the time. Like you all know, I do not read. So this is all speculation, just based on what we've seen and kind of how I'm thinking about stuff. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I'll give it like a 90-95% sure that I think that
was Stain. I can see that being it only because the connection with fucking Spinner, and seeing how that falls back inside of a thing. That dude just looked too damn clean to be him.
Nah,
like, damn, but y'all washed him. Y'all washed the man up.
Hey, yeah, shit. You know they got shit in showers and shit in prison. You know?
Come on, now these dudes ain't getting no yard time.
Tom. I like you and I want you.
Come on now, you think these niggas was inside jail getting free time out there? Go ahead, go lift. Hell no.
But at least people clean and shit.
Yeah.
You know, and eat, you know, fed and whatnot. The basic necessities.
They inject the food inside them and shit. Y'all staying locked up. We're not doing this today. Y'all staying locked. How do I do the whole thing about this? Is if they would have got the drug, the court canceling drug, wouldn't that have been fucked up to use kind of in prison? Like I was thinking, like, oh, that'd be a good idea, but no, it wouldn't. That'd been fucked up because like we said last time.
I kind of thought about that too as well. Like, using that shit on them or
this is like the death penalty.
Keep them alive. Boom. We said basically same time. Why keep them alive? You know, just if they're as dangerous as you say they are, why not just, you know? But hey,
you gotta do it by the book.
I get the whole kind of morality and all that kind of stuff, but I mean the death penalty is real in real life, you know. And
in Texas,
I was going to say basically what they've done is warranted. You know what I mean? Like the damage, destruction, the people they've killed. Just you know. But hey, it is what it is. You know, that's a whole nother can of worms.
and confirmation, Stain definitely is not dead. So that's a good way to think about it. Of course, I remember he passed out. That was the same time again. We put the fucking hand up. I just
fucking when he was basically saying like that whole scene, come at me, you fakes and all that, and he just passed out because he had I believe they said like a punctured lung or something like that. So I'm pretty positive he is not dead. I believe that's 90-95% sure.
We'll go back and watch it again. I'm trying to remember who old girl was that had the black and purple hair. I'm trying to remember who she was.
We have not seen her. I guess kind of unfortunately I saw something about that. I don't. So we haven't seen her at all.
That makes sense then.
Her I don't know anything about her backstory, but what I saw is I'm guessing she's gonna play obviously
a part inside. Yeah, of course. Anybody who they zoomed in on when the breakout.
And that's exactly why I think that's Stain, because they focused on him.
Like
kind of could put it together like who he was, because he's all wrapped up and everything, but everybody else you can see because they basically like use their quirks and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So the dude with Red Riot, they have to fight again.
They didn't put a name tag on his ass or her ass
because they kept it like that. So therefore,
back to more points for me to think it's Stain. And the purple haired chick, they're gonna explain who she is, so we haven't seen her. That's why they put a name on her as well.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in seeing her backstory. Just the
She
brief shit that I was gonna say, the brief shit that I saw, it was real brief. It basically just said, I'm not gonna say what it is because I know you're gonna want to see it when it comes out and everything. But it's just.
It's like that.
I'm real interested to see what led to what happened to her going to prison and everything. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's gonna be real interesting. So yeah. So that's the first half of the episode, and then the second half is it's kind of it's kind of brief, but it's just going around the hospital and
checking out everybody. Kotsky's coming through. What the fuck happened to Midoriya?
Exactly. Just dealing with the aftermath of everything, how society is feeling towards the heroes, how all the heroes are healing. So basically the only heroes who are in kind of a tight spot after everything has gone down is Endeavor and Deku. Everybody else is pretty much gonna be okay, gonna pull through and whatnot.
We got to see Todoroki's mom show up to the hospital.
That's what listen,
bruh.
So they didn't show her, but that's obviously going to be her. Exactly. They didn't show her, but we, the hints of that it being a person coming with his brother and sister, and then his face when he saw who it was. So yeah, that's gonna be the first time we actually see her out and about, moving around outside of the hospital or whatnot.
That makes me think now.
What she's gonna talk to him about and what she might know about the whole Dabi situation and whatnot.
Which is what I'm getting to right now. So the whole thing made me start thinking now. The forest caught fire. Something happened. They searched for hours. Dabi was missing. All this shit happened. I wonder if his mom, if she helped Dabi escape exactly and got him away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, then, if all of that is like, it's a lot of shit that can happen now. So, I definitely know that they're gonna talk about that.
A bunch of shit with the whole Todoroki family, and that it's funny to mention that because the next episode is titled "The Hell Is Todoroki
Part 2."
Man, so like, yeah, what we talking about is definitely gonna have it's something with that is gonna definitely start pushing forward with their whole family and everything. Because as far as like families and characters, they're like the only
main
family that we've really had focused on. We've seen other people's parents and whatnot, but this is kind of the family we've really focused on.
Yeah,
so,
like
real interested.
Koski's mom is just like him. Midoriya's mom crashed just like he crashed. Ida's parents are as strict just like he is. Jor's parents are hippies.
Music shit,
like it all focuses upon them, but that's like you said, the main family.
They quirks and whatnot kind of fit in with their parent, the personalities and what their parents and stuff kind of do and everything. So it makes sense. So
I want to see if Natsu, like, how does Natsu use his powers? So Natsu was the other brother, Todoroki's older brother. I'm gonna see how his powers work, him and his sisters, because I know for a fact, are you guys just all fire, all ice, all one thing with a small bit of the other one, and Todoroki was the perfect combination of it. So since Dabi was definitely mixed with Dabi was all fire, but
his fire was hotter than Endeavor's.
So that'd be dope.
We'll see, man. It's a lot of questions and whatnot, and then the whole, for me, kind of to end it off, the whole thing where we've obviously seen pictures of what like Deku looks like for this arc, the whole Dark Deku thing. But I kind of finally, I think, put it together. Like I said, I haven't read, so I do not know. But I think I kind of put together the whole yellow scarf thing, and I think he gets that shit from Gran Torino.
Yeah, because it was sitting up there.
They focused on that specifically in the hospital room. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's Nana Shimura's
scarf that she gave to him. And then Gran Torino is. Yep.
Hey, listen.
And then Deku's going to end up giving it to Shigaraki, which has Shigaraki think a little bit more about it, which pulls him away from All for One
I said a while ago.
I got to connect the dots a little bit more. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How he's being taken over or whatnot, and how Decker was like, he looks like he needs help. You know what I mean? So I said that a couple of weeks ago. I think Midoriya might pull some Midoriya stuff and try and go about saving him, not necessarily beating him, obviously, but trying to save him as well.
But the whole thing is that I just don't see, like, I see him trying to save him, but I don't see him coming over to the good side. Like, no, my nigga, like, we still got
like a hero type, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You got to shoot him at one still. Come on, man. You got to shoot these ones now.
I bet, yeah. So all in all, for me, a decent episode again. About an 8.5 episode for me.
Taking with an 8 for me. So coming in at 16.5 for back-to-back episodes. You know how we get down. But the next one, promise you, after these commercial breaks, is going to be your favorite one.
I bet.
And then this is where Johnson comes in at.
Yeah, get into this episode of One Piece, man. I hope you all enjoyed the little commercial break that we had.
She Teddy now.
I can talk about how hyped I am for The Last of Us, which drops in 2 minutes. I'm definitely watching that shit after we get off this pod. I am so hyped for that show. Listen, I know I was supposed to do the playthrough and everything, and that kind of didn't play out right, but I might kind of do the playing of the part of the episode I guess they're doing in the game, maybe, or something like that. We'll see, but I'll definitely finish it up. If I'm gonna start something, I will definitely finish it.
Then y'all see how we coming already, bro. He had to wear pink today because the episode we just
I got my shout out to OG on the Naruto shirt, but I still had to rep the One Piece, man.
I don't know. I was saying pink because of the pink dragon.
Oh, funny as hell. I didn't even put that shit like I didn't even think about that shit. But hey, it goes hand in hand. I'm glad I saved it for this week instead of wearing it first. Yeah.
Man.
It just so happened because the One Piece shirt was the first one I opened, so I was like, I'm gonna wear that first. The Naruto one was the second one I opened, so I was like, I'm gonna wear that on the second pod, man. It just so happened we finally got to see the reveal, but we'll say that closer to the end. We'll talk about all the other stuff first.
Exactly.
Obviously the best part of it. For me.
I really did enjoy this episode. It was a lot going on. But I enjoyed that we got to see God pop up inside the episode. And man, God Usopp, you a legend. You have every bit of hockey that goes on. Supreme King God Usopp.
That shit was funny as hell. How he, was making it seem like he was the one who was doing that shit.
It was Big Mom the whole time.
I was going to say when it was really big. When it was really Big Mom the whole time. Shout out to the Pink again. But yeah, she went crazy in that shit. For me, listen, I enjoyed the episode, but I wasn't really a big fan of the episode just because, like you said, they were jumping around too much for my liking. They were showing too many people and too much stuff going on. It didn't really get a focus as opposed to last week, which was amazing. I mean, beautiful because it was really just focused on Sanji and Zoro against King and Queen. So I absolutely love that episode. So for me, this one, I can probably rate it right now. For me, the whole week was about an 8.5, 8 out of 10 the whole week for me. So it was a good episode, but it's just too much jumping around, too much focusing on different people and whatnot. So like we said, I'm biased about the show. It's obviously my favorite, but I can be objective for how I feel about episodes.
Facts. Because this shit was when I read it, it was more of a structured thing with it. It wasn't jumping everywhere.
With this, they were just jumping too much around. So you show Frankie and the end of his battle, and then showing Beppo and them been inside up there. I mean, listen. So after we know he had already been defeated, so showing him and showing Beppo and all of them, I like the Dogstrom shit. So seeing that,
Dogstrom and Cat Viper.
I did enjoy that part. I like that part of the episode. I like Rizzo. I like that. I like that as well. Just because for me, their whole kind of thing and with Odin and all that is, that's real important for me and the whole storyline and all that. So I really enjoyed seeing them and them kind of giving their whole speeches and everything, and just that really sets in with me. So I appreciated that. What else did they show? Nami and Usopp and all. So the whole God, the God Usopp shit, that was funny. You know what I mean? But I could have done without it. You know what I mean?
No, we needed that inside there, bro. That was perfect timing. I needed more God Usopp. It's been since Dress Rosa, man.
Yeah. No, I get it. It was, like I said, it was funny. I can appreciate it, but like I could have done without that. And the whole Nami and them running away, I could have, done without that as well.
Thanks for sacrificing yourself, God Usopp.
Yeah, basically, yeah, right. And kept running and all that. So, just a lot of jumping around in the episode. No true focus on anybody's. Other than, I guess you can say, Odin's retainers, they kind of had more of a focus on them in the episode. And that's really why I like their part, obviously, because the dialogue back and forth, the fighting as well.
That's what I really enjoyed. Good. So seeing Dogstorm and Cat Viper, both of them are fighting for the animal kingdom. So going back because Jack came, destroyed it, of course.
And they showed that shit as well.
And then of course Cat Viper getting revenge for Pedro. Pedro was one of the underlings for Cat Viper, seeing that he was a leopard. So leopards fall underneath Cat Viper still with that. And Dogstorm had, of course, the whole dogs type shit beast, but here. So I enjoyed watching that part. Like you said,
those were my favorite parts of the episode, sure. But I mean, I guess that's everything that everything that kind of went on, right? Anything I was missing?
Pay attention to the Brooks scene, with what he said. You start up this fire that was of great importance. For me, it was like, oh wow! So this kind of ties back into that. That's when it happens. So seeing the whole thing of Jinbei, where you at, and it's fire over here was going to happen. This shit plays a lot of factors, so just got me moving with a lot of ideas and thinking about it. Of course, I read past it, of course, but seeing like, oh, so this was how the animation looks for this setup coming up soon.
Okay. Yeah, see, like I said, there was so much going on in the episode that I forgot about that part. Now that you mention it, I definitely do remember that now. So.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be dope as fuck. But Luffy, take it all away.
Hey, shit. The best part of the episode was the shortest part of the episode. Again, they've been doing this for a couple of weeks, and I kind of predicted that they were gonna keep doing like that until they finally reveal it, and then they'll kind of maybe just go forward with it now that we've actually seen it. But this was the picture that I talked about that I saw on Facebook and whatnot, and I'm like, the fuck is it? Is this shit real or what? Bro, we finally seen Momo, bro, as a fucking dragon. Fucking Kaido-sized dragon.
Momo is 28 years old now.
Bro, that shit was fucking amazing. Like that's part of the episode for me. Like I said, even though it's the shortest part of the episode, but seeing Luffy walk up to him like, "Are you Momo?" It's like, yeah. It was like, all right, come on, let's go kick Kaido ass. I'm like, all right, it's fucking time. Let's do this shit, man.
Hey, and what's her name? Shinobu, you are a pedo because the way you grabbed him, he's still 8 years old. He may be mature at 28, but he's still 8 years old.
It's what he looked like.
You walked up to him.
Yeah, we haven't seen exactly what he looks like, but we know she was crying because he
looked like Oda.
Father, he looks like his dad. Yeah,
that boy Odin, man. Shout out, bro. When you guys see this picture, when you guys see how he looks as a human. Oh man, that you can tell.
It's gonna bring the country to tears. I can guarantee that. After they finally defeated Kaido and all that, and he gives his speech, which I haven't read, but the kind of One Piece formula and how it goes after you've defeated the big person of the arc, and the kind of wrap up with the party and the kind of celebration and talking to the people of the island or whoever's been kind of walked over, kind of cast aside, not cared about, and everything. You know how that goes at the end of art and whatnot. So
Except it's different with this one because you know you have the poor people, you have the good rich people, and the people who don't give a shit about anything. So that's the only thing right there.
As far as how they wrap it up, but you know, same typical kind of. Can't wait to see him kind of give that, because we've already seen him as a kid. Like I said, that's one of my favorite scenes with him announcing himself. I'm Kozuki Momonosuke. So now seeing him look like Odin, but fucking telling that to all the people of the capital and whatnot, that's gonna give me chills, bro. Like I can't wait to see that. You know,
especially saying that Odin used to dance in front of the flower capital just to make sure that they were good, the people were okay. I'm doing this for y'all.
They didn't know until he was, you know, finna die, and Shinobu finally told him. Now who's the silly lord? You know what I mean? And then it wasn't boiled, man.
I got the fire for it, man. Just let me know. Get the pot. I got the fire right here. Where the pot at, man? Let's boil up some Odin.
Funny as hell.
This episode was definitely dope. For me, I'm giving it an 8. It's 8 across the board for me. For the whole week. Only because we're still getting the setups type shit.
That's kind of why I figured they were doing a whole that jumping around, showing different people.
So then I'm hoping that after the whole jump, they put it together and it's like, all right, cool. So this is the fight right here. We get us a dedicated episode. Or get this dedicated episode.
With speaking about this, not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, keep going, bro.
But with speaking about the whole jump, we talked about the whole Big Mom thing, but it wasn't really like anything to really stick out in the shit. You know what I mean? Other than really just Law and Kid kind of talking.
The funny banter, right? That they
do. I mean, other than that, really, there wasn't really anything in it worth mentioning other than her using the fucking hockey and making people on the floor pass out. And
that wasn't her, bro. She didn't make the pass out. That was God Usopp. That was God Usopp.
Yeah, but for real, her doing that shit, you know what I mean? Making people pass out. That's all we really got.
God. This was God right here.
That's all we really got out of that. So that's kind of why, even with the whole Jinbei and Robin and Brooklyn, that's kind of why that slipped my mind, because it was a kind of quick scene. They kind of did a bit. Yeah, they did a bit of talking, and then that was it. And you don't go back to them in that episode, so you know you kind of forget, you know.
And then we won't see what happens for another 2 weeks because we get a bullshit episode next week. So next week's episode, I believe, is going to be like a flashback filler type thing next week.
Oh, listen, I'm speaking of that, I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm excited to see it. I don't know if it's filler or not. I don't think it's filler. I think it's just a
flashback story. Yeah.
But I'm actually excited to see that shit just because it's about Yamato. You know what I mean? And
her childhood.
I want to see why she's the way she is. You know what I mean? And why? Yeah. Well, whatever. Why they act the way they act? Fuck you talking about on some LJ shit. Shout out to the was the best man? Final chapter. Yeah. Shout out to that shit. That's some LJ shit. But I can't wait to see that shit with her and her backstory.
Oh yeah.
Why she's the way she is, and the the swordsmen that she meets that kind of shape her ideals and all that. So I'm interested to see who they are, and they show her. So we obviously know she was at Odin's like execution type shit. So I'm excited to see how she, not how he dies actually, but how she winds up going there and seeing that, and why that means so much, and why she wants to be Odin, why that means so much to her. So I'm guessing the flashback will kind of
put it all up.
Exactly. So I'm really excited to believe. So I'm actually excited for a flashback, yes, but only because it's a future member of the crew, if that makes sense. So like even with the Nami backstory, all of that, I'm okay with watching that shit because I want to know why crew members are the way that they are. I watched it the first time, but when I go back and rewatch the arc, I'm not watching it. No, because I already know.
This is the longest arc we have. So you going back and rewatching this arc is going to be. We still got
Wano part, and then the Onigashima part,
and then we got the after Onigashima part, which is going to be a little bit longer now. So I'm ready for that. We don't. This ain't one of those. Let's go to the next arc when we all done it. No, we got some more shit to do, man.
Some real wrap up shit for the country, because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen going forward, but like Luffy, we talked about, I believe, in a previous podcast. Don't know which one, but how Luffy goes to all these countries and kind of helps liberate people and gets these like powerful allies, and at some point they're gonna all back him up into whatever the final kind of shit is gonna be.
The Straw Hat Grand Fleet is growing.
Bro, like I say all the time, that whole at the end of Dressrosa shit, like I cannot wait to see what that shit is, bro. I hope it's not the like very ending shit, because I'm gonna
hate that. I'm gonna hate that shit.
You know what I mean? I want to see it now. I hope that's not the very ending shit. So I'm hoping we have that and then some more stuff, and then you get to the very end. But hey, whatever Oda does, I'm rocking with it, because he knows what he's doing. Let me not tell him how to write the story.
That's the GOAT.
You know what I mean? Because he know what he's doing. But that's just kind of how I see it going. So I'm not saying that's what it's gonna be, but that's kind of how I see it going. But we'll see, and whatever he does, I'm gonna be fine with, because what he's done up until now has led it to being my number one. So that's where I am with that.
I'm definitely, because I know, like, outside of where we're at right now after Wano, I'm really hoping that we get to see the other. I want to go back to do more revolutionary, and then jump back to like, fuck it. I want to see from a revolutionary standpoint. Then of course another 2 to 3 islands, and then from that point going on into that big final war, and then let's get after this big final war. For the One Piece, most likely, because it is a tangible thing.
I'm dead. No, I definitely knew it was something real.
Yeah,
I knew it was something
real. And Shanks doesn't even know what it is still.
I would say, because it has to help explain the void. So it has to be real.
All the role poneglyphs put together explain how to get there.
And then that shit explains what happened and why everything is the way the truth.
Man, if you guys are reading right now, just know we are getting spoiled.
Okay, hey, I'm assuming it's real good. What I'm saying, that shit.
Y'all lucky. Like we get blessed for this one. It's good. Okay. I can't wait to see this.
I believe it.
But other than that, 16.5 across the board for this week's episodes. And we're doing this it's the 15th. I thought it was the 16th. 16.5 across the way for the episodes.
16, bro.
Yep. Okay, man.
Funny as hell. It's 8:16. Well, no, it was 8. What was
8:17 now, but it was 8:16. Yeah. That was close. That's why I thought the time. I thought that was the date when I looked down. I was like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. No, never mind.
20. See, we got the time now.
Yeah. Half of 16 is 8.
Funny as hell.
But if you guys do enjoy our theories that we do predict with it, trust me, you're gonna get a lot of this coming up. I know how with Wano is like. I could get some shit because I'm understanding it, but going past Wano, that's when my predictions come in. It's like, all right, cool, yeah. Now we can talk about this for real.
Okay.
But I definitely want to see this. Because I know when we got to execution, she was up there watching Odin die. We got the flashback, like a little quick glimpse, and she was by Kaido's side. So she was there only because Kaido was there representing her father type shit. That part I can understand, but the rest of it, going from that flashback that we got before, coming up to right now, is like, it's gonna be interesting to see. Why were you so intrigued to be Odin?
Yeah, man, that's what I said. I'm real interested to see why she's the way she is. It's basically all villains, at least that we've seen for the most part, who've had like kids and everything. they follow what their parents do. But she's, like the whole big mom and all of her kids and all that
kids,
stuff. Morgan had Meppo changed, but Morgan, Morgan had Meppo ended up changing. Any other people I can think? Fucking Sanji's the only one who's different from his
parents.
Yeah, so for the most part, people follow what their parents kind of do.
Yeah, Usopp followed his dad. Sanji's parents, of course, we can talk about that. Zoro, we don't know his parents.
Parenthood.
Robin, archaeologist like her mom.
But what we saying, the whole kind of our buddy ass with the sword and all that kind of whatnot.
Shimotsky.
Yeah, so I'd assume his parents or his father was at least a samurai in the clan, so him being a swordsman as well, because the dude that we saw not being his dad, but him having resemblance, so maybe Zoro's part of that kind of clan of swordsmen, so him following swordsmen,
Right. And then we do know that
Shimotsky being different, but he's still a fucking fighter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
And then we know Shimotsky Ryuma was the guy we got at Thriller Bark, which is the sword, is related to the other Shimotsky because their last names match up. It's the Shimotsky clan they got going on. So it's very interesting to see where we're gonna head with this shit.
Like I said, I'm real interested. Hopefully, I don't know, but hopefully we get more about that whole kind of, what was the dude's name?
Shimotsky?
Yeah. So more information about that and how maybe Zoro kind of ties into that whole clan and whatnot. I hope we get more information about
especially saying because the island.
But I have no, I have no clue yet. So
and then of course we all know that Zoro in the East Blue was born on the Shimotsky Island of Samurai Temples. So we all know that from the flashbacks. The island is the Shimotsky.
I say I want his real backstory, not that Kuina bullshit. I know that's all part of his upbringing and all that, but I want his real backstory. That's what I posted on Facebook. I want his real backstory.
Kuina is just Tashigi, bro. Until somebody can prove to me otherwise, Kuina is Tashigi.
Say what you say. She fell down the stairs. She ain't died. She just got
memory
loss.
She got memory loss really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then cut her memory out her head.
Or something. Hey, it's gonna be something with that whole shit. I believe. I don't know for sure, but we'll see. So all in all, decent episode.
Shout out to the one on Shumanji.
I was gonna say I can't wait to see fucking Luffy and Momo finally take off to the top.
That takeoff would be dope.
It seems like it's either next, well, not next week because it's gonna be the flashback.
Unless they give us that last 3 minutes of the end of the show again, and that goes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's them flying up.
They come back to the real world after the flashback.
Yeah.
Because with you saying that, what I could probably see is it's starting off the episode kind of with Yamato and Kaido fighting on the roof, and then he says some shit, and then it kind of goes to
back to
her thinking, and the whole kind of flashback shit. So we see all of the flashback. I'm guessing probably the whole episode is the flashback, and it completes in the episode. So everything they want to tell us is done at the end, and then it jumps back, and they kind of show them kind of maybe go back fighting or whatever, and then it's the very end, like you said, the very last couple of minutes is Luffy and them. So it's like Luffy, you know what I mean? Luffy's not coming, blah blah blah, and then they go to the ground, and it's like, "You ready, Momo?" It's like, "Yeah." And they fucking take off.
Push off.
They take off to the top, and then that's kind of how it ends. And then the week after that, they get back up there.
What if Momo can't fly? What if he still can't fly?
Yeah, I doubt that. That man that fucking big, I doubt that shit. So they'll get back up there. That's kind of how my whole mind is working around it now. When he get back up there, if they show that fight again immediately, I don't know because we still have other stuff going on around. But that's kind of how I see that going down. Just him getting back up to the roof.
As we definitely, I definitely want to see the ending again, setting up for everything else. But just imagine it. Ready, Momo? Ready.
What you doing, nigga?
I can't go nowhere. Why? can't go up.
You this big and you can't fly. Oh no, that was a fucking waste of power then. Because that was obviously the whole point. So he can
take it back down to 8 years old. Turn it back down to 8.
Yeah. Help Luffy fight Kaido. So yeah, decent episode, but really can't wait for next week. And then definitely the weeks after that, because it looks like we're really ramping up to them going back up there. Like I said, I enjoy the other fights and whatnot, but for me, Luffy's my guy. Luffy's my favorite character. So obviously I can't wait to see that fight for sure.
Oh yeah, man. Bro. Okay,
and real quick before we end it, so the whole picture and shit, that we took at New York, fucking where you had me like laying on the ground.
Yeah, the Doflamingo one.
No.
Oh wait, no.
Gear 5 fucking Luffy. That nigga. And then the Gear 5 fucking Luffy standing up. So my whole thing was, I was thinking, it's like that, like something inside of him that like comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you was gonna do that shit. But that was my whole kind of thing, because like, while having me lay down there, me kind of like be the main body, and how we had kind of talked about, that's not the actual fruit that he has, is something different.
The name of it.
That being the thing that like comes out of him being like the real fruit or some shit like that. And that be, I was kind of thinking about like the whole Naruto kind of Kurama thing, how it's like inside of him type shit and waiting to like activate or something and come out. And then I was also thinking kind of like with Bleach, how he kind of goes into the sword and he has like kind of mentor type shit. Mm-hmm. So Yubaha got his name. Yubaha. That nigga, and then fucking the Hollow. So two things inside of him, kind of with how he's supposed, the Soul Reaper, the fucking Quincy shit. So I was kind of thinking like with Luffy being part of the big three, would it be kind of on brand for him to kind of the
have the same exact thing with it?
Gear 5 being kind of some kind of being or some something inside of him that kind of like, he's down, gets knocked out, and then that motherfucker like comes out and takes over and fucking, it still has like the personality of Luffy and whatnot, because the whole smile and everything, but he goes crazy or something.
Personality.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just kind of where I come from. My whole mindset, predicting stuff and what we've seen and based off other stuff, as as I mentioned and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I'm interested to see what it actually is when we finally get that up. But that's kind of just the gears turning. Get it? Gears turn. Gears turning on that shit and how I'm kind of thinking about it. So
if you guys have not caught up to it and you guys have a similar theory towards 16's theory,
definitely post them down in the comments for sure.
Definitely post. We want to know what you guys think. For those of you who have not read, of course,
not read, because I have not read that. Yeah, he's read, so he knows, so he can kind of judge and balance. Oh, somebody on or something, whatnot. But me, I don't read, so I'm down there with y'all in the comments. That's just me.
I have sudden cues. If you guys have picked up on it so far, I had one person who inboxed me on my personal one that watches it and was like, why do you have these cues right here? Was curious about it. I have certain cues whenever somebody says something that's either like interesting thought or nah, my nigga, nah.
Hell no.
So it's gonna be dope as fuck to see, man. I'm just glad that somebody caught about that and commented on it for real. So,
he said commented, picking up on what he was putting down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man. Just tell him already. No, I can't tell him, man.
Funny as hell.
No. With it.
I can't wait to see when we get there though, man, for sure. For sure. Definitely gonna have me go back and watch shit and try and pick up on these cues this motherfucker be putting in the shit.
Yeah. Like, the whole thing was watch Skypea, understand Momo. Get that a little bit. But we'll get there still.
Man, yeah, we're gonna get there. I can't wait till we do, man. Said but like we say, that's gonna probably that's the end of the episode, everything, all the predictions and stuff that I had. So that's it for us for this week. We appreciate you all for tuning in. If you all made it this far, especially through the whole thing, we definitely appreciate you all tuning into it. So if you did enjoy it, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well if you want to see more content that we do on the channel. So the main, obviously the podcast, we do episode reactions, trailer reactions, comedy reactions, a whole bunch of stuff. Some more stuff we got in the works, 12 with his chapter reviews and read-throughs and all that kind of stuff. That's coming through for you all. Sometime soon, he's working on that to add some more stuff to the channel. Like we said this year, we were working for y'all. We got content coming for y'all. We got something else special coming. Like you said earlier, February 11th, I believe. We're not going to talk about it until we really ready to, let you all know what's going down. So that'll be closer to that date. So if you want to see all the stuff we drop, when we drop it, hit that notification bell, and we will
see you later. We're also up to 115 right now, bro.
Oh man, okay.
Moving on up,
man,
to the east side.
Man, we appreciate you all for coming in and dropping subscriptions, man. We, like we say all the time, just trying to drop the best content for you all. As you can tell, we enjoy the shit. We really love what we're talking about, because we can get on side tangents talking about other shit that goes up, that tie, we could think predictions about and all that. So yeah, man, we this is us, man. Like we said, we really love the anime shit, bro. That's us. If you haven't tuned into our videos, we loving it since we was kids, pretty much,
Yeah, this goes back to our first episode. It wasn't that good, trust me, but it was still a first episode.
What we said from that shit, we were constantly going to improve. We was constantly going to improve for you all. And look where we at now, man. Sitting at 115 subscribers. So obviously we doing something right. Appreciate you all, man. We definitely do.
I appreciate you again. You guys seen it earlier. Shout out to you, Jazz, for coming on and being our first giveaway winner. It was amazing seeing your reaction that you did to the video, of course. And we want to see more of your reactions that's out there inside the world. Once we get more and more up, our next giveaway is at 250, I believe, right? Are we doing 250 for our next giveaway?
250.
Yeah. 250. So at 250, 500, 1K, so on and so on. Hitting those marks. We want you guys to just come on, man. Let us all know. Man. We do give out stuff. Trust me. Because we're working for you, the people.
Man, no, that is facts, bro. That is facts. So just ways to we're not rich, like we said, like 12 has said, we're not rich. We give something to everybody if we could, but we do something, just, simple little giveaways and whatnot, just to show you how much we truly do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, we were for real.
We out there.
See you in our 60th episode.